House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
Is anybody making coffee soon?
There he is, top in the papers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man. You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk.
Goddamn captain's making me resubmit the paperwork.
Bonjour, bonjour, on se retrouve sur Noire sur une nouvelle enquête.
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
The new housing development is a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance
Shit
shooting.
about
Any
Jeff.
central unit.
The arson
Identified.
desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? They'll have kicked the moose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Ouais, j'ai beaucoup de mal à terminer ce jeu là. Ça fait au moins 3 jours que j'ai pas repris. Mais bon, j'ai dit que je le finirais, donc on va le finir. Comment il ralentit.
Siren might make this easier.
Ça doit être ça.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong
You
stomachs.
better talk to Carruthers. Lynch, too.
Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got your films. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert. Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Moved? I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt it.
I think fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Ok, allez. On visite.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Another day.
What are you doing? Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt. For the fires? For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Ok, bon, allez, hop. On va faire le tour, comme d'hab. Oh, il y a un truc là.
Not much help. Doesn't tell me anything. Don't think this is anything. Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Bon, allez, on va descendre. Je voulais voir s'il y avait un étage, mais apparemment on peut pas y accéder. Oh, il est à flat ça. Alors, c'est quoi ce bordel là? On n'a pas d'indice. Il est là-bas le chauffe-eau. Pourquoi il n'a pas bougé? Bon. Peut-être dehors. Bizarre.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
Officer,
You don't look like a fireman, son.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Doute. Je te crois pas.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Démolition
You
prévue.
said someone is knocking these houses down.
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Ok. Doute.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Concours pour gagner un
You said the
voyage.
Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Non, il a l'air sincère là. Vérité.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
The main reason Sam is so jolly is because he knows where all the bad goes.
Je vais faire le tour moi. Je vais essayer de visiter un petit peu. reste à trouver, mec. Mhm. Ah, c'est là qu'il fallait aller voir.
Looks like the same model.
C'est quoi qui vibre là?
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first I didn't understand you, but now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Ok, bon allez, hop. La voiture de pompier est très bien modélisée. Bon. Je vais retourner le voir lui, je sais pas.
There isn't much I can tell you right now, Cole.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say.
Oh, il y a un truc là.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Ok, il y a des traces de
Whoever he
pas.
was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
On va peut-être visiter son jardin à lui, tiens. Ok, activité
Did you see
suspecte.
anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Vérité. En même temps, ça servira à rien. Moi, je fais un doute.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Ok. Bon.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Allez hop, on va aller au téléphone.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
I'm trying to imagine you with a personality.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli farm.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right.
Alors. On va Rancho. Mais tu me conduis. S'il te plaît.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm
not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
You sorry sack. That's nothing, Cole. We're gonna have to pacify these poor sacks.
Je sais plus comment on tape. Bon, comment on tape là? Ah oui, c'est comme ça.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay.
Bon, allez. Putain, il y en a combien là au score? Oh là, mais ça va être relou là. S'il y a un indice à trouver là-dedans, il y en a je sais pas combien.
We were too late to save anything. Sorry.
You can search around all you like, just as long as you stay outside.
Ok.
If you can fake sincerity, you got it. Je sais pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire ici. Non. Si on nous a amené ici, c'est qu'il y a sûrement des indices à trouver. Alors là, je suis un peu perdu quand même.
Look around. There's not much left, but it's worth a shot.
We were too late to save anything. Sorry.
Any ideas? Take the house, Cole. It don't look right from here.
Je veux bien, moi, mais... Je peux pas monter. Ok. Je peux pas monter. Le seul truc que je vois là en objet, c'est un peu ça qu'on retrouve un peu partout. On peut rien faire avec. La brouette et la pelle. cool. Je vois vraiment pas ce qu'il faut faire là.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Look around. There's not much left, but it's worth a shot.
Ok.
I'm at a loss.
Check the house, Cole. It doesn't look like from here.
You can search around all you like, just as long as you stay outside.
Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire?
If you can fake sincerity, you got it made.
Bon. Je sèche ça.
much left, but it's worth a shot.
Il n'y a pas moyen d'avoir un indice là, parce que... Allez.
What do you
think?
think?
The house, Cole. It don't look right from here.
Bon. Décidément. Il va m'emmerder jusqu'à la fin ce jeu. Il n'y a pas un indice, hein.
There's not much left, but it's worth a shot.
Hope you can find out who did this. These people have a right to be angry.
Bon, il y a une musique là. Normalement, quand il y a une musique, c'est qu'il y a des indices dans le coin. Ouais, ça revient là. Ok.
found something over here.
T'es où? T'es où, mec?
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Ok.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Ok, c'était juste ça qu'il fallait trouver, c'était juste en face, ok. Je sais pas combien de temps j'ai passé là, sur ce terrain, mais... Trop. Allez hop.
You're behind the wheel.
Allez, elysian.
Where exactly are we going?
On y va.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
You have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
I wonder.
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. Like a cigar. Drink, boy.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
Terrible, boy. How can I help?
Alors, lien entre Elysian et les incendies.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using Weber.
Qu'est-ce qu'il nous disait? On lui fait un doute ou un... Allez, on va lui faire un doute.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Alors, concours...
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Mensonge.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about this promotion office.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Alors... Le tract.
face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Alors, un succès déverrouillé.
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been reported.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Doute.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Incendie.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Mensonge, mec.
Lying.
Des briques.
There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think. The contractors I use for Weaver. Suppose it could be any of them. I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Il me semble qu'il y avait que le dernier, mais...
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Herbert Chapman.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Your boss is a fine man.
A priori, il y avait un téléphone plus près, mais bon. Bonimenteur.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
The cop in the papers.
Can you check whether we are still
You
holding
should
a
be
Herbert
ashamed of
Chapman?
yourself, young man.
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll be in it. 'Cause
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. I'll get around it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel Save about...
the threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields. I should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
Kelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag him into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason. Makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Where is that little piece? I can hear it, but I can't see it.
He's right there in the bureau. I've got him in your shirt drawer.
You put him in there with my shirt?
He won't suffocate. The drawer's open.
Blanche, you know I'm allergic to dog hair. Gives me sinus trouble. Where's the aspirin?
You're just a big hypochondriac. You imagine those allergies like you do your insomnia.
I tell you, I'm allergic to dogs. They make me... See, get rid of that thing. You whine all night and keep me awake.
The man said if you keep quiet and give me one of those worm pills.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving. Oh, for God's sakes.
How do you always manage to work the conversation around the Gloria Cruz?
But if you wouldn't shout so much, maybe the public would be able to sleep.
siren is lubricant for the great machine that is this city.
It's a wonderful chair. Lovely three-room apartment, large kitchen, big closet. It's worth $2 and we might get it. Get it! We got it now! I know, but even if we don't...
Allez, on y arrive.
I gave the landlord a $1,200 bonus to renew the lease, so now I'm out $200 and I got no place to live.
Sounds like pretty...
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah. Stop some. There's some kind of problem.
Take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
That's the best we could do for a policeman in this city.
Allez.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
I know that face. That's the guy who busted all those New York drug pushers out.
Donc il est armé, il a un retardateur pour les incendies et il a des fascicules pour faire croire aux gens qu'ils ont gagné un voyage. Non. Bon. Elle est où sa voiture? Elle est où sa baraque? C'est à côté? Il y a encore des indices. Hein. Bon, qu'est-ce que j'ai pas vu? Ah.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Ok.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
C'était ça qu'il fallait faire.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in, get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units.
Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug you. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? You're calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
Very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Ouais, il y a des dégâts matériels. Ok, bon, on va se quitter là. Et on se retrouve bientôt. D'ici là, portez-vous bien. Le petit teaser de la prochaine enquête, House of Sticks, la maison en allumettes.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Ok. Allez, ciao, bye.